What's up, guys? I'm Grant Owens on We Found New Music. We are privileged and honored to be joined by Ava Maybee.
Hey.
Coming to us. We finally found some time to catch up with you.
I know.
We're doing a really exciting show coming up next week. Don't know when you're watching this, but we are doing it. We're doing it, and we're doing a full band show, so I'm very hyped on it.
Yeah.
But let's focus more on the music, as you're probably watching it after the show has happened. But
yes.
most recent single that you should go stream right now is called Mood Swings. Mm-hmm. Go check it out. You have a single coming up soon called Puke,
Yep.
which I did get to listen to.
Oh, rad.
Both super fun, high energy tracks, and I love that you're in your own lane and you're really kind of like finding that sound.
I think I'm trying. I've spent most of quarantine and now up until literally Puke. I feel like it took a while for me to like find something that felt so me. Like you always know when you find it, but you just have to get there. So I'm really, really excited.
That's great that you feel like you're on the way to find the perfect sound for yourself. Well, let's get to know you a little bit.
Sure.
I know you come from a musical family.
Yes.
Did you always want to pursue music?
That's a good question. I think it was the only thing I was like okay at. And then I loved to perform when I was like super little. Anyone who would listen, I was begging them to be like, just come and just watch me. And then I guess it sort of developed through being in choir, doing musical theater. But to answer the question that you actually asked, I would say, yeah, probably. I've always loved the arts.
Definitely means it's a true passion of yours.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel you completely on that. How did your parents come up with the name Ava Maybee?
So basically they knew they were gonna have a girl, and my mom sort of like was thinking about names, but really wasn't sure. And then when they would throw baby showers, when they would get gifts, they would write thank you cards like thank you for such and such, love, Chad, Trisha, Ava, and then in parentheses maybe, like maybe that was gonna be my name, but they weren't 100% sure yet. And then it just kind of stuck. And then everyone started calling me Ava Maybee. And then we added the extra E because I have an Aunt May and an Aunt B on my dad's side.
No way.
And that was it, yeah.
That's a very distinctive story. I love that. That's a good answer. So you were on American Idol, and Katy Perry really loved your alto tone and fashion sense, which you're clearly sporting today. How did Idol shape you as an artist, and who are some of your biggest fashion icons?
Okay. Katy Perry has been one of my favorite artists since I could listen to music. Of course. I think when I was maybe like 7 or 8 when Teenage Dream came out, so that was like everything for me. Like I went to the show and they like they would push like a cotton candy smell into the auditorium.
So
like the marketing was genius on that show. And 5 #1 singles, beat out the Beatles on that album. Like that, I could go on and on about how
Katie's an absolute icon.
Incredible that, like for pop, like that album is just insane. But so hearing her like compliment me in any way, shape, or form was so
unreal.
I was like, I love you so much. And they're like, you need to calm down. And I was like, got it. Yeah. Cool. No, I got it. So that was really cool. And then I think, I never saw American Idol in my cards as an artist. I was very lucky that I had someone very close to me who's on my team who was like, I have your back. Like, you can do it, and you're going to do really well. And I was like, I don't know, but like, I'll go for it. Yeah. And I could have never predicted going that far. And I think, for the show, they really allowed me to be my weird, authentic self, which you don't always get with reality shows and singing competitions. It's very much like they know what's gonna, work for the audience that they have, and they'll sort of cater you towards that. And for me, they were like, we don't even know what to do. You just go ahead and do you. And I was like, yes.
How wonderful.
Which was, I'm so grateful for that opportunity. And it allowed me to get a fan base of people who loved me for my personality that was able to shine on the show, but also for my music. And I'm very, very, very grateful for the whole opportunity. I would have never expected to love it as much as I did.
Well, congratulations. It felt like feels like that was the right time for you to be on that show. I feel like the show may have reinvented itself a bit and kind of gone in a artist's more supportive direction.
Totally. As it should. As it should.
Everything clicked in the right time. So timing is everything. So congratulations on, I agree with you. Congratulations on all of that.
Thank you.
So your dad is Chad Smith, the drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That he is.
And do you feel it was challenging to navigate the music industry with a dad being so involved with it? And have you been able to find your own voice and path?
That's a big question. Oh my Lord. Yeah, I think, I mean, I was raised by a single mother, so my dad wasn't very present in my life for a lot of my childhood. So I feel like finding my passion for music had nothing to do with my dad, which I feel like is really important. Okay. And then I think now we're just like the best of friends ever, and I love him to death. And we both share a really passionate love for music. That's like all we talk about all day long. Yeah. And so now, but I still like, I try and keep it very separate. I feel there's a balance between worrying about what people are gonna say in terms of you're a nepotism baby, or you didn't earn this, or anything like that, and also just keeping your head down and on the path, and just, you know, working hard on your craft and not worrying about what people are gonna say. But it's hard. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it doesn't affect me. Of course. But also, I do acknowledge that I'm coming from such a place of privilege where I was born into a family that is very musical, and I'm very lucky that he's very well known and successful and good at what he does. But I haven't like used him for anything ever, and that's a personal decision. That's like, I don't knock anyone who's used it, because also you have to use what you have. Like, it's really hard to get into this business, and you want to be successful and do you know, whatever you can in order to do that. But for me, it's a personal choice that I try and keep it very separate. But, you know, I worked very hard on American Idol to keep it very separate. And that was that. And I think that's all I could have ever wanted from the show, was that people fell in love with Ava Maybee from American Idol, not Chad Smith's daughter. So
absolutely.
So I was very happy about that.
Very well said. That's
thanks.
I have, you know, that's awesome. What can I really say? I love that. So now, also shifting gears a little bit, you go to the NYU Clive Davis School.
Yes, I do.
Very fucking cool. Oh, sorry. I guess I shouldn't be cussing, but I think all of this is fucking cool. I can cuss.
It's my show. I can cuss.
All of this is fucking cool. I'm overwhelmed by how cool all of this is. So let me start over. You are a student of the NYU's Clive Davis School. Do you have any advice to artists who might feel lost or burn out creatively when studying music?
Oh, yes. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I think, so when I went to Clive, I was shocked I got in. I mean, it's one of the most prestigious programs ever, and Clive Davis is a huge inspiration of mine, and I was like, I don't even understand how I'm here. We move past that, and then you're in a room full of the most talented kids your same age who share the exact same passion, if not more passionate about music, and you can either, you have a decision right there. Are you going to be inspired by that, or are you going to let that tear you down? I think that there's so much room as just being a freshman in college for insecurity to take over. And so I really struggled with that. I didn't write any music my freshman year at all. I was trying to like figure out how to be a person and like do my laundry and feed myself. And so I completely did not do any music. So I went quite the opposite. And then once the pandemic hit, I was like, that's it. I have to release music. I was so tough on myself and was like, this felt like me 2 minutes ago, and now this song doesn't feel like me at all, when I should have just been putting everything out, because one, no one is waiting, no one cares, you have to make them care, so give people content, have something to say. So I would say, to not feel like burnt out at music school, not everything that's going to be taught to you in school will apply to you personally, and that's totally okay. You have a toolbox, And all 4 years, you just take what you can and what applies, and you leave the rest. And that's it. And that's it.
Just have to be realistic and take what
totally.
you can and go with it. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much for that. Looks like you've been very busy since American Idol.
Yeah.
And you're going to be performing the national anthem at the Children's Hospital Los Angeles event this weekend.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about your affiliation with the Children's Hospital Los Angeles?
Absolutely. So when I was 12 years old, I was diagnosed with double scoliosis, which is like a spine disorder where when your spine's really supposed to be like an I, but mine was an S, which is like ridiculous and crazy. And then when I was 14 years old, I had double scoliosis reconstructive spine surgery, and I had it at Children's Hospital.
Gosh.
I was very, very lucky that I had the best surgeon to do that surgery. He pioneered that surgery, and he just happened to be like in our backyard at Children's Hospital. But I'm also in a very privileged position where, like, if the best doctor was in Peru, we would have gone there.
Yeah.
But not every person in the world, obviously, has that opportunity and has that privilege. So Children's Hospital is a nonprofit hospital. They take anyone who's a child, no matter if you have insurance or money or anything. They will see you no matter what, give you the best care. And, you know, they're not funded by the government at all. So donations are the only way that they survive. So events like this, like the 3K walk that we're gonna do and I'm performing at, are so important. And they saved my life. I would do anything for them. So I'm singing the national anthem. I'm doing 2 songs. I'm really excited. Very excited.
What a great way to give back.
Yeah.
And you're also, speaking of performing, you're also going to be going on a mini tour with Fangs and Moon Tower. Actually, Moon Tower, we did their first interview and presented them early on, so that's a cool one.
That's so cool.
Can you tell us more about that upcoming tour?
Yeah, so the tour, I'm going to be joining them for August 11th in New York, August 12th in Philly, and August 13th in Virginia. And I'm very excited.
East Coast swing.
East Coast, yep.
Cool. Let's talk about your fans. What would you want your fans to know about your music, and what can they expect next from you?
I would say you don't have to wait very much longer. Be patient because it's coming 100%. And I think what they should expect from me is just more authentic music. Like all of my songs prior to this have been about self-love and heartbreak, which are very authentic, very real things that are on my mind. But these next songs are going to be really of something of substance. Okay. Like the song Puke is about anxiety, and mental health is something that I'm very passionate about. And so to be able to write like a kick-ass pop song to it is I'm really excited. And
I've heard it. It is kick-ass.
Oh, thanks.
So Puke is on the horizon. That's an interesting thing to say.
Puke is on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay close to Ava's socials and so much going on for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. Mood Swings out now.
Yes.
Loving all the other songs, of course. And so thank you so much for taking some time to join us on We Found New Music at Dash Radio, and we will see you very soon.
See you soon.
Ava, Maybee, thank you for joining us on We Found New Music.